Yo, mama.
That's true. She did drive today. She had a nice drive on the countryside today.
Exactly.
My mother did.
I was gonna do a Kendrick reference, but I ended up not doing that. So.
Dun 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 dun. Oh, there you go. There's your reference.
There you go.
I hear they murdered a man at the Super Bowl. They crucified a man. It was insane.
I know. I saw it. Say Drake.
The poor guy, but
Deserved.
what it is. Maybe I don't know. I didn't follow the beef. I just like the drama.
Now back to what I was doing.
Okay. Don't mind me, audience. I'm just thinking about all the snow ice cream we'll be making tomorrow. So yeah.
Don't mind me, audience. I'm being a degenerate online.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's see how far we could expand tonight's topics because we don't want that much.
Don't say that. Do not say that.
You know how long it's been since I said that, Witch?
Don't say that. You know what happens. We're gonna go to 3 hours, and it's gonna be your fault.
It's always my fault, isn't it?
If you jinx us.
Gotcha. Oh, got any giggles out of the way, guys, before we start tonight?
Nah, let's just keep the ride on.
Sorry.
Okay. But all right, guys, want to get started now?
Yeah, let's go.
Gotcha. Well, welcome to Phanatic Live, the news and reviews of the week. Here, audience, you're here with me, CryptoZeeker415. No intro for me because I'm too cool for that tonight.
Yes. And you're with me, Jake Tylenol, the Dark Knight that woke up to justice to be here tonight for Phanatic's night reviews.
Cool.
You're with me, Bricky Wall, the son of Sparta, the better son of Sparta than Jake, and that's about it.
Wow. All right. Well, settle it in DMC 5. I don't know. DMC 1. There you go.
I'm Richter, also known as the Witch of Jotunheim, pronouns they, he, and you guys are a bunch of conformist bitches.
There you go. And together we conform into the Fanatics, and we talk about the news and reviews of the week. On our special Tuesday nights is our comic reviews. But hey, we did a show yesterday about media news and all that stuff. So if you want to hear our thoughts,
we're Voltron now.
Yes. So if you want to hear our thoughts on relevant media topics, like shit, I don't remember what we talked about, but you know what? Go back and watch it. It's on our live page. Go to our YouTube channel, press live, scroll down. It's there. Also, here's something you can do. You can like and subscribe. That'll be very helpful. Hit the bell. Come back to us. Share us on your social medias and all that jazz. Also, speaking of social medias, we do have socials, which could talk about, but it also shows up on the screen now. So, yeah.
Yeah, which I think one of them accidentally was auto-corrected, but that's fine. But first of all, you could scribble to us, please, because if you don't want to be a conformist bitch, then subscribe, okay? You can also follow us on the Twitter at ComicFanatic69, because sometimes you get the covers, the thumbnails that you see that are partially made by Cryptid and partially made by me. You know you can tell the difference. Wink. Huh. I wonder who runs it. I couldn't tell you. I think it's Philly, guys. I think Philly runs the Twitter account. He just
the legendary Philly.
Yes. Audience, you don't know who he is, but trust me, he's
the man, the myth, the legend himself.
Exactly. He's like a weird, like a god or something, apparently.
We gotta put him in the background in the intro, honestly. Poster.
No, actually he is. Actually, I think he is. I think I'll put him in there. I'll show you. I'll show you a different time.
Philly art, just let me know. I'll do it. But anyways, we should move on from the podcast stuff, because if you don't want to follow the whole squad and you just want to follow me, your boy, because you find my nasally voice lovely, you can follow me on Twitter at Witch of Jotun with an E instead of a U, because I do post stuff on there sometimes, and sometimes I retweet stuff. Wink. You can also follow me on TikTok and Instagram at witch_of_Jotunheim. You follow my TikTok for the shit posts and the occasional cosplay. Fun fact. You can also follow me on Blue Sky and Tumblr And North Star Aria, because I do try to post on there sometimes. Blue Sky's a whole nother beast I don't want to talk about right now. And finally, last but definitely not least, you can follow me on Rednote /Xiaohongshu at Witch of Yoin with a U this time. And if you want to find the rest of my socials, because I have a lot of them, link in the bio, because I don't know if these guys are gonna put my thing in the bio. But anyways, Austin, he's just chilling out. I think he shows up in the Ultimates, guys. I can't remember if it was Ultimates or Avengers Academy, but we'll see. We'll see where he's at. Yeah. Cryptus in the same place eating his snow ice cream. Apparently that's a thing or whatever. And Jake, where are you?
We're back on Blade anyway. Well, we're gonna be here for a minute. I'm camping out, watching the slavery happen. Yeah, it's very depressing. I'm not gonna lie to you. There's kind of been it's like not yeah. It's been not the vibes here, but we've been making it work. So
good to know. Good to know. But anyways, yeah,
I miss Metro Nui.
That's all for right now. And so while we start our reviews, I'm gonna be eating my spaghetti in a big ass bowl. Wink.
Gotcha. But all right then. I guess with that, let's get started, audience. Austin, this is you, buddy.
Oh, okay. I was in the middle of a duel, but I got you. Ultimates number 9. So this issue was interesting. You can go ahead and go to the next photo. So we start off in jail. Because this issue is all about Luke Cage and what happened to him. And surprisingly, I didn't think they were just gonna do this scripted. I was very like, I don't know. It felt like so standard compared to like all the other changes. So basically, Luke Cage just stayed in jail this time. He didn't get to experiment do his powers. He just stayed in jail as a prisoner. Okay. And then he met Danny Rand. So we find out Danny Rand was just sent to prison in his timeline. Wow. I don't think they tell you what he did, but the maker just make sure the reason he wasn't found because he was in jail. So I just thought that was funny, man. That's this. Yeah, I believe that's what this picture is. You see, Danny Rand has the weird haircut. He looks like Luke from Street Fighter. And we have any Street Fighter fans here.
I'm just like not digging the hair and all the tattoos, this prison tattoos Danny has here. But then I'm reminding myself, oh yeah, it's not like they want you to like Danny anymore, right? So.
No, him and Luke has been here since they were kids. They were kids charged with adult charges and have been here their whole life, basically.
Oh wow. Okay. All right.
Yeah. So it's all this is life. It's very sad, man. You look at him. Basically, someone's about to try to kill Danny for being, white, not in the gang and stuff. Luke Cage saved him. He told Luke Cage mind his business. Nah, Luke Cage said, I don't do that. Everyone's business, my business. All right, next photo. So during the in the panels you don't see, we find out that the maker basically they kind of try to do the racial subtext with everything. It was like, no, you belong here. You were supposed to be here even before it was decided you will be here even before you were born. And it keeps hinting at they try to make it a racial thing, but we know the maker just like this guy's gonna be Luke Cage, a big Avenger. I have to keep him locked up.
Yeah, I just kind of find it fun. I just kind of find it funny that like even though like this whole universe is explicitly changed, that the writer still wants to keep certain tones and certain topics in this book. So yeah.
Yeah, it's just like all the guards said, and then like even right here at the bottom of this page, the guy's like, but I'll tell you what, I'm not ashamed to say it. I love my job. And basically all he does is just beat Luke Cage and the prisoners up every day. Because he can, basically. But at this point, Luke Cage already has his powers. But so Luke Cage, it was weird how Tony did it. But basically, he sent the little, case into Luke Cage's his cell, and he told him, "Look, man, you are supposed to be a free man. You're supposed to do all this other stuff, and I want to help you be free, so we can free everybody. Do you accept?" And Luke Cage accepted it. So the way he gave Luke Cage his powers I believe it was like a needle thing. I have to go back and see. I'm playing Yu-Gi-Oh on the side, so forgive me for not checking the panel. But I thought it was interesting. I was playing. I didn't realize I was first for some reason, even though he told me that earlier. So that was my fault.
Okay.
But it was funny because the way it worked out is that okay, for Spider-Man, it was like he had the spider, and he gave him like the special suit. But for Luke Cage, who's like Incredible Sneak, like, yeah, here goes your drug, bro. It felt like the super soldier serum situation. Here goes your drug, man. And,
Oh my god. Here's your fix.
and I
Luke.
hope that wasn't some weird subtext, bro. I hope that's
Yeah.
not another racial thing that this guy wanted to put in the book. Because that was a little bit too far, bro.
Yeah, because like, hey, it's a brilliant idea to be locked up in prison and randomly inject yourself with a needle that you don't even know about, right? Right? That makes total sense.
Yeah,
right?
because a 15-year-old tells you what a hologram. Like, bro, come on.
Yep.
But he gets his he accepts. But funny enough, when it's time to escape, and Luke and Tony's like, "Hey, you ready to go join the Avengers?" He said, "I'm not leaving. I can't be free till we're all free. I'm going to stay in the prison system and change everything from the inside." So go to the next panel.
Hold up a sec.
So what he was doing, him and Danny is basically taking over the prison and been running the prison from the inside for the last few years, since whatever this initiative started.
Gotcha.
And that's his new phrase now: all power to the people. This isn't about justice and all this stuff. It's about power. The Maker wants to keep his power. The prison guards want to keep their power. And now I'm giving all power to the people. And that's why this is the final page of that book. Well, of that part of the story.
Gotcha. I'm just a little curious because it kind of sounds like Luke Cage is trying to look out for everybody that's in the prison, right?
Yeah. Because the prison is it's implied the prison is full of people who the Maker just want to be in the prison. Like, this is a special prison.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Because I was about to say, like, yeah, I can only imagine, like, maybe a handful of people, yeah, you want to look out for, but I'm getting caught. Everybody can't just have the same.
Yeah, don't worry. He's not just out here trying to be like, yeah, these murderers and bad people. Guess what, y'all? We got the power. You're in charge now. He's not doing that.
Yeah, because like that's giving me flashbacks to what Tom Taylor did in his Nightwing run, where he's like, "Oh yeah, the prison system's corrupt, so you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to free all the prisoners." But what? Yeah, they're all free. Yeah.
So that was dumb. I hated that.
Yeah.
But basically, what they've been doing is, if the Maker or when the Maker people send someone to a prison while Luke Cage has been in charge, they rerouted that person to come here, depending on what their charge was. You know, like if they can check what it was.
Mm-hmm.
And they just been fighting for the inside. And I ain't gonna lie, man. I love Luke Cage's. I love how Luke Cage is in this panel. Danny could use some work. I agree. I hate his hairstyle. Mm-hmm. He looks like a peacock or something.
Did you see my message I put in pics on our private Discord?
Yeah. Austin, did you see that?
I think so.
I was saying that I liked Luke Cage's look, but Danny looked like a certain group of people. But if they would just like change his outfit or maybe his hairstyle, I would like his design a little bit more.
Yeah, which don't act like Marvel wants to do any favors for Danny anytime soon.
They don't want to do favors for any of our favorites. We get lucky if our faves get wrecked.
That's why I want to bring up too, because Luke Cage got off his power, but it doesn't seem like Danny got off his power. And to be fair, I guess you can't just be like, well, here's like the Iron Fist power. You know what I mean? I guess he's like, here's a suit to help you do martial arts and stuff. But I feel at that point you get a suit to anybody.
Dude, this is what I've been like arguing for a long time. Like, okay, you didn't want Danny Rand to have the Iron Fist. You want to give that power to somebody else? Okay, how about this for a status quo shift for Danny? Just give him some metal gauntlets, so he can actually have like some powers somewhat similar to what he normally had. Like at least something, dude. You tell me it's that difficult for for Iron Man to jerry rig some metal gauntlets for Danny? Come on,
To be fair, I think he could, but you got to remember Tony's been out. for months at this point.
Yeah, convenient.
So I guess we'll see.
Convenient excuse, like
It's not convenient. You know he's been dead. He's been dead since he fought Hulk.
Okay, yeah.
Go to the next picture. That was the whole point of the next picture. He just woke up after this happened.
Gotcha.
So Tony Stark was in a coma. They thought he was going to die and bleed out, but he finally woke back up. And it's only 9 months until the Maker comes back. Oh yeah, so I showed this picture to Jake. I didn't put the picture in the. I didn't send the picture to you, but you all know the meme of Miles Teller saying "Say that again." I want you to know in the panel where the Maker first shows up, when they first call him the Maker, the first tag on his thing is "Say that again." They're like their leader, their Maker, and then it says "Say that again" with the Maker's first reveal. I want you to know that. So that's destiny. That guy being the Maker is destiny. It has to happen.
Yep. Gotcha.
But I think that's it for this book. I really like it. Like I said, the racial subtext, it's fine because of Luke Cage, but as a black dude reading comics, I'm just tired of every time a black person get a book, it's just racism stuff. To be fair, that wasn't a focus of this book, so I'm not that mad with how like they do Sam Wilson compared to most of the time. But it is like Luke Cage's first appearance. We're already back to this. It is kind of annoying.
You know, it wasn't until you were explaining this issue that I really started thinking about like a lot of the times it seems like a lot of writers, whenever they're talking about prison, they're always like trying to say they're corrupt and we should free all the prisoners or something like that. You know, I'm like, huh, this seems to be a fairly common
It's
thing.
doing that for a while.
Nightwing, Tom Taylor's Nightwing did that. Chip Zdarsky's Daredevil did that. I'm pretty sure Ta-Nehisi Coates' Captain America did that. And now,
to be fair, Daredevil actively did keep the guys in the prison, but the prison was corrupt, but he kept their bad people in prison. He did not let them go.
Okay, I just wanted to clarify that. All right, you know, all too often
he beat up the corrupt dude, and that guy got replaced in that book run.
Yeah. All too often, I'm noticing that whole trend. Let's just talk about how corrupt the prison is. So let's just free everybody.
Yeah, I don't understand why they all think that's the solution. I get why you want to free people, but it's also like you free everybody. If you realistically, if you're talking about people that's innocent or got charges they didn't deserve, it's probably 40% potentially at best.
Yeah. Yep.
I know sometimes cases are wrong and stuff like that, but a good amount of people in prison deserve to be in prison. All right, there's not fake evidence for like those big crimes that people do. So you can't free everybody. That's the worst solution you can do.
Exactly, you know. So, yeah. But now seems like a interesting status quo shift for Luke. Like just based on the hair alone, you know. So, yeah. Again, I'm just trying to picture that image in my mind of like Luke just finding a syringe in his cell and like, okay, I'm gonna inject myself with it, you know, like.
Yeah, this child told me to use it. I guess I will.
Yep. So, all right then.
But like I said, the only big final thought is if Danny's going to be playing second fiddle to Luke, that's fine, but you have to give him something. If you don't give him anything, I don't think this. I think a lot of people are going to drop this book because people love this issue, but everyone's big question I saw talking about it was, what are you going to do with Danny? You gave the Iron Fist to the Hulk. The immortal weapons are all Gamma Hulk people now too. So, and when it comes to his own real legacy, there's nothing you can do to connect him with that. Like you can give him like gauntlets and stuff, but it won't be the same. I guess in a sense. I think he should. I think he should give Danny one of the people who turned their powers down abilities.
Which
so we know a lot of heroes turned their powers down, or some got them and didn't know how to control them, and they lost it. I feel like you should give one of those powers to Danny. I just don't know who. I need to make a list of the people who turned down or died from the power, and then I'll decide who I think is best for him.
Gotcha.
But to be
We'll
fair,
see.
a lot of people think he's going to be this universe version of like Shang-Chi or something. I don't know. Just learn regular Chi and master it.
I guess. Or they could just follow my pitch, Not too hard for metal gauntlets in Marvel. If you could build an Iron Man suit, you could jerry-rig some metal gauntlets,
Yeah.
So.
I was like, now that he's awake, he has no excuse. Tony better get to work. That's all I'm saying.
Yep. But, alright then.
All right, let's go next.
I guess with that, we should probably move on. Jake.
All right, yeah. Welcome back to.
Pull up. Jake, what am I looking at?
They're the Paraka. Did you not watch last week's review? Yes, that's the point. Did you not watch?
That doesn't change the fact that
listen.
I listened to it. I did not see the picture.
These are bad guys, and I guess they're trying to illustrate that the bad guys in here have their own set of grills, So.
Oh, what? Oh, I cut out. What? Austin, what we're gonna say? Listen, we got the Trigger, the Tracer, the Drifter, the Snake, the Beast, the Bully. All that makes Paraka. Yeah. Yo. Sorry, I just listen to that. Anyway,
they all come. You didn't hear what I said earlier, Jake. So I'll repeat it.
No.
They all come in with their custom grills. That's where the teeth come from. So.
There you go. And so far, this is the most evilest game we have in the entire Bionicle universe. Before it was, well, I mean, it's still Makuta technically. I mean, Makuta, I guess, is more evil in character, but Makuta's like, he's like a Thanos. I mean, not Thanos, a dark side type character. These are like thugs. Actually, in this review, we also kind of learn like what the word Paraka really means in the Matoran language. It is a slur, but it means thugs, thieves, killers. That's what the word means. So yeah. Okay, so you don't want to get called that word. Anyway, so continuing last time we were here.
Said it is a slur. I want that written down in the books.
It is. All right, fine. I'll show you after this, bro. Anyway, so we make it to the so last week when we were here, the Parakas had basically invaded the island of Voyanui. They had pretended to be Toa, but they're actually here for the Mask of Life, and they're trying to make the Matoran here who've been begging for saviors. They've been turning them into slaves so they can make strange strongholds and objects for them. So this week, we return back to Voyanui, and it is not looking good. I mean, like these poor Matoran. I feel so bad for them. They honestly all they wanted was like a symbol of heroism, bro. They just wanted a hero, and they got like 6 of the evilest people on this fucking in this universe. They completely not only have they taken over Voyanui, they have been silencing any dissenters who have been questioning their methods as quote unquote Toa. I think there's like there's like a Matoran who's like hey, I'm not to say anything, but you guys aren't really acting very Toa-like. And this one of them just kind of like grabs them by their neck and goes like, so like, oh, I guess you do know that you are the expert on Toa. What do you think Toa should act like? And he's like, well, I haven't really met a Toa. I'm not saying I'm an expert or anything. He's like, yeah, that's right. That's why you should shut the fuck up. Just like throws him away. I'm like, I was like, Jesus Christ. Anyway, but all hope seems lost for them. And that's kind of where the situation is. But let's take a break from all this depression and head back to Metro Nui. Meanwhile, back there, we get the return of the greatest Matoran, in my opinion, in this entire universe, Jala, Captain of the Guard. We've actually seen Jala since book 1. Jala has been the GOAT since then. Jala is a Matoran protector who of Takoro, again, Captain of the Guard. And he's been in all the books. We've seen him do things like he's fought against the Rahi Beast, he's fought against the Borocal, and he's actually stood up to Toa Tahu, the most hot-headed Toa, when he was out of line. So that's the type of guy Jala is. He's the guy who gets in the people's face and says, like, listen, if I think something's wrong, I'm gonna let you know about it. So
not joking, man. He kind of looks like a Bionicle chef, man.
He's
a knife, man.
He's actually okay. What's up?
I want you to know, compared to the bad guy, this guy looks so underdeveloped design-wise, bro. The bad guy look like they got so much personality and Fiddle. I was like, this can't be the same thing. That's why I was confused.
Oh,
when
actually,
I look at
this is the-
when I
here's-
when I look at this Bionicle, I'm like, can I get fries with that shake? By the way, man.
okay,
So,
funny you say that. Well, first off, here's the thing. Jala was one of the first wave of Bionicles. So by the time we get to this point, it's like 2006. I think Jala was like 2002. So I mean, that's not really on him. Secondly, this actually is a more developed version of Jala. Jala doesn't originally he originally looked more simple than this. So believe it or not. So but yeah, so Jala has been kind of one of the main Matoran. Actually in this section of the book, we actually no. Skipping ahead, Jala is going to be one of our 6 new protagonists for the next 2 Bionicle books. And what I like about this is we're setting up that the side characters we built up way back when in the Matanui saga are going to slowly become the main characters for the next 2 sagas. But for now, at this part of the book, Jala is working on rebuilding Metro Nui. For people who've forgotten, back in the Metro Nui saga, Makuta caused an earthquake that made everything kind of shitty and destroyed. And then for the next 1,000 years, it was overrun by Rahi, Beast, and Vizrak and all that. So now that the Matoran have their island home back, there's been a lot of rebuilding efforts. And we also, the Toa have been helping, but now they're just kind of missing. Now, we know the Toa are missing because they're getting ready for their mission to go to Voya Nui and find the Mask of Life. But the Matoran were never told this. So from their perspective, they were working on a project and their Toa heroes just kind of abandoned them. So Jala wants to investigate. I'm sorry, I keep saying Jaller, but it's Jala. It's a weird thing. But Jala goes to investigate this by going to the one person who might have some information on this situation. And let me introduce you, ladies and gentlemen, to Matoro.
Oh my god, I love him. He's so scrunkly.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, I wasn't expecting that reaction. What I was going to say is, if you're a Bionicle fan and you see Matoro here, you're probably shedding a tear. You're probably crying. You're probably like, "Oh, my glorious king, Matoro." Let's just say that this guy.
I swear, if anything bad happens to this Scrunkle, I will be so pissed at you personally.
Let's just say, I never read this story. This is my first time reading the story, but I do know that Matoro is known as the greatest Bionicle to ever live. Okay, that's just a fact. By the time we finish these next 2 books, you will see why Bionicle fans herald him as the greatest character of all time. I don't know if he lives up to the hype. That's why
he's a liar. Because there's no way that's true.
Listen, all I know is what I was told. I never got to read these books as a kid, so I'm just going by the information I was given. All right. But we've seen Matoro before back in the earlier books as well. He's the translator for Turaga Nuju. And that's really all he is. He has no discernible or special skills other than that. So Jala goes to Matoro and asks him, "Hey, like, you're with the Turaga all the time. Where's the Toa Nuvat? Where's the Turaga? Do you know?" And I like Matoro's answer here. He's like, basically like, listen, Jala, I'm not going to lie to you because you're my friend. There is something going on, but I can't tell you what it is. And unfortunately, that's the best I can do. And Jala being a good guy, he's basically telling Matoro, like, that's okay. Thank you for being honest with me. I have a guy who can give me that information, but I just need to consult with you first. And we get reintroduced to our self-insert character from the very first Bionicle book, turned into a hero. Takanuva, for those of you who don't remember this character, his original name was Takua. In the first book, he was our self-insert, our first-person perspective look into the Bionicle universe. By the time we got to the 4th book, Takua became his own character and wound up being the chosen one destined to reawaken Matanui, which he did by beating the Makuta. By doing so, he became the Toa of Light, Takanuva, the 7th Toa. He's also Jalar's best friend. So when Jala asks him, "Hey, what's going on? What's going on with the Toa?" Takanuva's like, "Listen, I don't want to lie to you. And besides, I don't like how the Turaga have been lying to us for years about the whole Metro Nui situation. And now they're lying to you guys about something else. So we're going to confront them directly." And as we'll see where that goes in a minute. Meanwhile, we go back to Voya Nui, with the rest of the Paraka. And things are getting even more bleak, believe it or not. The Matoran are trying to mount a secret resistance movement because they don't really believe the Paraka are Toa anymore. At least some of them don't. And so they want to try and capture them, try to take them out, and maybe get to the bottom of what they are. The problem is the Paraka are way too strong. And we do get a full-scale reference for how strong the Paraka can potentially be through the perspective of Avok, who is Avok right here. Avok is making a device for the Paraka that will help them control the island, and we get some information about the Paraka that's kind of shocking, even though it's casually dropped. The Paraka have killed Toa before, and this is a big deal because up to this point, we've never heard that before. You can assume some Toa have died over the years in battle, but it's never been stated. Like when we meet the Toa Nuva, they're the unstoppable symbols of hope. The Toa Metru are the next generation. None of them have ever died. The only Toa we've seen kind of die on screen was Toa Likan, but even that was when he was a Turaga, and the person who killed him was the Makuta, the greatest evil in the entire universe. So it's kind of like a big deal, So, but yeah, so we find out. So Avok is hunting down one of the Matoran because he realizes that if the Matoran catch wise to us, we might have to kill every last one of them. And I don't really care if I have to kill a Matoran, but I like the slave labor, so I need to go hunt this Matoran down. So, and maybe give him a little lava bath, if you know what I mean. So, he does try hunting down the Matoran. It's revealed that the spy is Dula, who we were introduced to way earlier in the book. But Dula has this special tool that she uses quite cleverly. It has the ability to enhance someone's abilities. And so, and if it's used in an intelligent way, it can be used as a weapon. So Dula does things like enhances Avok's speed. So when Avok takes one step, it winds up sending him flying into a rock wall, and then the rocks fall on top of Avok, but he's still fine. So she tries increasing his strength. So when he tries to pick up the stones, he crushes it instead, and they fall on top of him again. And then she tries to overwhelm his hearing, so it takes him out and makes him pass out, but it doesn't work. She winds up passing out in the process, but it does stop Avok from being interested in looking for the spy. He's like, "Fuck this! I'm just gonna make somebody else do it," and just leaves it at that. Meanwhile, we cut back to Takua and Takanuva and Jala when they go back to the Turaga. And I actually really like this scene because it really highlights what I love about Jala every time I see him. He confronts the Turaga and he asks them straight out, so what's going on? Because you just told us last arc you're done lying to us, and now you're not telling us where the Toa Nuva are. And I think Turaga Duma is just we can't tell you that information. And Jala just goes off on them. He's like, listen, we are not little Rahi that need to be looked after. We fought the Rahi, the Borak Va. We stood up to the Rakshi. Hell, I died in that struggle. The Matoran need your guidance and wisdom, but we do not need to be coddled, protected, or even lied to. Okay? And if you're and when you are ready to treat the Matoran with respect, let us know. Until then, no one is doing any more work. Metru Nui was in ruin for 1,000 years. Another 1,000 won't hurt. And then he just walks off, drops the mic. I was like, oh damn. So I also like that we see Turaga do it, but he's just so pissed at this dude. I'm like, yeah, I love Jala. Jala's great. Anyway, the arc ends where we get more acquainted with the leader of the Paraka, which I believe, yes, here he is, Zaktan. This, by the way, this is our leader, so take your comments as you will. Zaktan is working on a plan on furthering his plans. He is looking for the Mask of Life with the rest of the Paraka, and he is in the interest of taking over Voyanui like them. He has motives beyond that, it seems like. That's also where we kind of get the revelation that the Paraka are not really friends, which you kind of get the implication of earlier, but this is pretty much cements it. They don't operate they might be like a Toa team, like an evil Toa team, but they don't operate the same. The Toa work off the idea of when we work together, unity, duty, and destiny. These are the three virtues we hold dear when we're out on the field. For the Paraka, it's me, myself, and I. And that's their guiding philosophy. So when Zocton gets confronted with the rest of the Paraka who are telling him, hey, listen, your plan is falling apart. The Matoran are figuring things out. And if we don't get this together soon, things are not going well. I think this plan is going to go haywire. Zocton replies with saying, first off, my plan is brilliant. You guys keep fucking up. You were supposed to act like Toa, but you keep acting like fucking assholes. That's why they know that we're not Toa anymore. And then when Avok tries to question him, Zocton fires these little insects at Avok and tries to suffocate Avok to death. And he tries to, and while he's doing this, he's holding a conversation with the other Paraka. So like, while Avok's struggling to breathe, he's like, anyway, as I was saying, the Matoran are becoming kind of a problem. I agree. So what we're going to do is we're going to start enforcing, like, we're going to give them a reason to be afraid of us. We're going to make them so afraid that they're not going to fight back anymore. So we're shutting this shit down. And so there's luckily, well, maybe not luckily, but there's a Matoran in the shadows named Pyruk who is listening to all this. And in his head, he's like, I gotta warn the other Matoran, but honestly, I don't even know what we can do. These guys are just way too strong for us. Like, we need Toa. But even if Toa were on the way to save us, I don't know if they're gonna be here in time. So the arc ends basically with the revelation that yes, the Paraka are completely evil. There's no redeemable qualities. These guys are out for blood. The Matoran are mounting a resistance group. The Toa Nuva are on their way. But will they be here in time? And can they even stop the Paraka when these are proven Toa killers? We're not sure. But yeah, that was the Gang on the Loose arc. I really enjoyed this arc. It's a different from the usual Bionicle arcs, mainly because this is a straight up villain story. Even when we do have like good guys here, but none of the good guys really get a real victory on the Paraka. They just kind of stall them. So I am interested to see where this goes, and I am interested to see where how the Toa Nuva do against the Paraka. Because the Toa Nuva are the strongest Toa team in the verse, even stronger than the Toa Metro. So we'll see how they handle it. But yeah, pretty good stuff. If you guys want to read along with me, audience, it's on Crosswired Geeks. This is Bionicle, the Island of Doom, and this has been the first 6 chapters I've been reading. So there you go. Yeah.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds interesting, man. I like the take on this version of Bionicles, So
yeah, the most edgiest thing that Lego has done in history, but
Gotcha. So
I guess you didn't actually watch Ninjago.
I watched Ninjago. I watched Ninjago until everyone stopped watching Ninjago and was like, "Oh shit, Ninjago's still going on." Like that's how long I watched Ninjago.
So you didn't see.
Did you watch Lego
Monkey for everybody?
I think I watched up till Cole died, and I was like, I don't know if I want to watch this anymore. I think it was just kind of ran its course. You became a ghost or some shit. But yeah.
But all right, I guess with that, we should move on to the next topic, guys.
Hi, Jake, Austin, you ready for this?
I don't know.
Well, you got to give me a yes or no answer, okay?
I guess we're here. There's nothing we can do.
I mean, yeah, but we're talking about Marvel Voices Avengers Academy issue 32. Ooh, we're this far along, guys. How do you feel?
Oh, it's been a long journey, but we made it here.
Yeah, we're at symbiosis. That's a word. Anyways, we start off with some narration from who I can assume is either Normie or Rascal because of the red text box. It's great. And they're talking about like when you're asleep, you hear voices, shadows, all screaming. The world is in a cage. And then guess who we see? We see some guy who is all white being enthralled by this symbiote looking motherfucker. Kind of looks like Null. Not the symbiote, but the guy. I didn't send this picture, but if the guys want me to send it later, I could do that later. So y'all can determine. But regardless, guess what? But here's the sun. And we're not alone. Because you can switch to the first picture. That isn't this one.
Oh, hang on, my leg's asleep.
Tell you what, wake the fuck up. Look at him. Look at the baby boy.
It's true. Yeah. Another symbiote to add to the collection.
Exactly. How many symbiotes are there? A lot.
More than you can count. More than you can count.
Yeah. Anyways, they're gonna be late. What are they gonna be late for? We don't know. because Rascal can't tell time. Okay? And that's okay. Don't worry.
What do you mean he can't tell time?
Because he's a symbiote. I don't know what you want from me.
You can't. We didn't teach him how like numbers work. He has
I don't
them.
know. Maybe
Doesn't
maybe
he have
he
them?
can't read. Maybe he can't
He
read
should literally
analog.
share the same information that Normie
What to
has.
say, yeah,
So
yeah.
that means Normie can't tell time.
Maybe they can't read an analog clock. Maybe they can only read like the automatic clock.
I don't know when this was ever
No,
a
Normie
thing.
Normie can't tell time.
Yeah, that's all I was telling me. Normie's an idiot.
I mean, he went to a school. He said he went to a school where the grades only mattered for how much the parents paid for. So I wouldn't be too shocked.
I guess.
Anyways, but Normie tells Rascal that he still loves him. And guess who they hang out with? They hang out with Miss Lunala Lafayette over here, who I just recently learned that she's legally blind. So, fun facts, I guess. Anyways, they're late. And Normie's like, how did you get into the lab? And Lunala's like, oh, don't worry about it. Like, come on, this mainframe, way out of date. Anyways, let's start a check. Because apparently she's a licensed doctor now at age 13. Who am I to tell her no? Anyway, Lunella's doing her tests. Rascal is like, I hate these fucking laboratories. So many pokies. That's what he says. You can quote me on that. So pokies. But don't worry, get him into a jar now. But guess what? She's gonna get into a jar.
Am I supposed to guess? Austin's in there.
Well, he's not there yet. She gives him chocolate. Has like a chemical in there that the symbiote's like. So nom. She gets him into the jar. We have this really cute little panel of Rascal just eating the chocolate, and he's like, tasty spleens. You think it's spleens? Do you think chocolate is spleens? I don't know. You tell me, Bessie. Could not tell you. Anyway, she's like doing some tests, because you have to figure out why the hell, they have to eat people. But I don't think Normie wants to really eat people. So get on that chocolate diet, I guess. That's not a euphemism for anything, guys. Jesus, you nasties. That's coming from my bitch ass. Anyways, so
wait. Lunella's supposed to be smart and read, but she just can't make like the specific thing he needs to eat. So he doesn't kill people.
I don't fucking know. Rascal's eating chocolate. Venom also eats chocolate. I don't know what you want from me, man. I'm not a scientist.
Give this little girl feet is all I'm asking.
I don't know. Rascal eats chocolate for now. Rascal eats chocolate. Okay, that's the only answer you need. See, even Cryptid's upset. Anyways, so she's like, okay, over time, if things become imbalanced, like you are what you eat, bestie. So he'll start eating you potentially. So we got to work on that because guess what? Normie's not bitter like Eddie Brock or a violent, murder-addicted motherfucker like Cletus Cassidy / Carnage. But it's fine. Lunella reassures Normie that like, hey, if he takes, but he gives. That's how it works. It's a symbiosis. He's not a parasite, guys. Symbiotes aren't parasites unless you make them parasites. But guess what? It's all good. Just kidding. Some motherfuckers pull up. Holy bejesus. These robot motherfuckers detect like a symbiote. And guess what? They get Normie. Oh my god. What the fuck did Normie do to you? He's just a kid. So he gets kidnapped. And Lunella's like, shit. Normie, oh no. And so Lunella's like, oh my god, like devils across town. Like, what am I gonna do? And Rascal's like, Rascal can sense and find Normie, but not alone. And she's like, okay, well, for science. And it's all cutesies because guess what, besties? Lunella becomes the next Rascal temporarily to find Normie. Yay! I know she looks pretty sick, not gonna lie. But guess what? Her heart's racing, so much adrenaline is in the spikes. But guess what? Rascal loves the fear juice. It's all good. Can you switch to the next picture, please? Yeah, so she's sitting outside Hexus? Is that what it's called? I don't fucking know. But guess what? Science girl's right. You know, Rascal feels and sees and smells better. But guess what? Normie's there in that building. Oh my god, guys. Oh my god. And of course he is. Duh. But guess what? Normie wakes up in the weird building. And guess who we see after a long ass time? We see that little fucking creepy ass girl from like 15 plus issues ago. Where the fuck has she been? I don't fucking know, but she creeps me the fuck out. Anyways, her name's Claire, if you forgot, because I also forgot, because why the fuck would I care? So yeah, she's creepy as hell, guys. Just letting you know that now.
Mm-hmm.
But guess what? Claire's like, hey, take a walk with me, you know? And so Normie's like, okay, what do you actually make here? And Claire's like, oh, we don't make anything, you know? It's all accusations. But guess what? I can make you an offer. Join with us. And Normie's like, okay, so Hexus can hollow me out and turn me into one of those fucking zombie ass motherfuckers. They're just like drained people. They're burnt out people, by the way, if you're curious. That's my life. Anyway, so Claire's like, come on, we're not a parasite. You know, we synergize. And she's acting even more creepy. She's talking about what Hexus is, and it's like, still, you're fucking creepy, girl. Jesus. And then she like turns off like the really super creepy persona and goes back to the cutesy creepy persona. It's weird. But don't worry. It's fine, according to her. And like Normie's like, bitch, you died. You can't even die right anymore. And she's like, nope. Instead I can hear birdsong from worlds away. I'm alive in places where only darkness dwells. And it's like, Jesus Christ, girl, you creepy the fuck out. And she's like, come on, don't be a silly Billy. Like, your family loves power. Be an Osborn. Pledge to us and worship us. It's great. But guess who shows up, finally? Lunella and Rascal. Fucking finally. Am I right, Jake?
It's about time.
Exactly. Austin, I already know what you're going to say. Anyways, so she swoops in. And Normie's like, okay, I might have taken your offer go about like a year ago. But yeah, no, I'm good, bestie. Y'all are fucking weird. And guess what? You're still fucking weird while Lunella is fighting all these freaking like robots and people with laser eyes. I don't know. I guess the next Cyclops. I don't fucking know. Anyway, so Lunella pulls up and she gives Rascal back to him because, you know, she wasn't going to keep this shit forever. Can you switch to the next picture, please? Jake. Thank you. Look, creepy ass girl. Thoughts on creepy ass girl, guys?
I say she better stay her ass inside.
I like her.
Hey.
Hey, she's like 10.
Well, I mean, yeah, but she should stay inside. She's 10. Why is she outside doing shit?
She can't die right. She can't die right. Even her parents are weird as shit.
Oh, well.
Like, dang. So she becomes
You
more
have to
creepy.
keep her away from Minecraft YouTubers.
No, the Russian Minecraft YouTubers. I agree. Yes, just the Minecraft. Depending on what kind of Minecraft YouTube she goes to, it really all depends on everything. But anyways, so she sent some creepy ass fucking inventions that look a lot looks very similar to a certain goblin we know who would make this kind of shit. And so basically she holds like one of the pumpkin bombs, and guess what happens? Boom! That's what happens. If you're curious on what happens. Did you like my sound effects?
It scared me, honestly.
Well, anyway, so we cut to outside of the building where our favorite young trio are eating their fast food, and she's like, you know, Norman's like, okay, how was your first symbiote experience? And Luna was like, how am I this fucking hungry? And she's like, geez, like, let's see some heightened levels of adrenaline and all this other stuff. And so can you cut to the last picture, please? And then it ends off with them looking at Dracula's castle go into a flame. Just kidding. That's a Castlevania reference if anyone curious. Also, freaking Rascal at the bottom panel down here. Oh my god, I love him. Has like a cowboy figure with a little horsey with some fries and a drink. But anyways, the next issue is the Valentine's Day issue. What do you think's gonna happen, guys?
Everyone's gonna
making
kiss
out.
each other.
Yeah. And you know what? Maybe someone's gonna fuck.
Someone's fucking, but I don't know. I can't tell you who. But do you think our
I'm not
love
trying to see
polygon will
underage sex
be
in my kids'
resolved?
comic.
Do you think something's gonna happen with the love polygon of all the gays, the crazy gays?
Yeah, but it's probably gonna be left ambiguous so they can keep the polygon going.
True. I don't even know what the hell's happening with Blackheart over here.
Well, you know.
But anyways, that's it. It was like a cute little adventure with symbiotes and the smartest girl alive, and the heir to the Osborn Corps.
Well, there you go. And that's all we can hope for.
He's not the heir.
Well, he's something.
He's the younger brother.
No, I thought he was the older brother.
It don't matter, okay?
Listen, the point is he's never going to inherit it, okay? Because this is comics.
I don't think he wants.
Yeah, you know, Norman. There's no point in time where Norman and Harry will both be there at the same time for him to become the heir to Osborn. Okay?
Yeah, except for in some alternate future or some shit. But yeah. Well, there we go.
Regardless, it was a cute little issue. Let's see what happens in a couple hours for me. I will let you know what happens. Stay tuned, audience. Stay tuned now. I'm going to go back to my get and looking at gay fan art on Twitter. Have fun. Come back.
Right.
We won't have fun.
All right. I guess with that, we're going to move on to the next book, audience. Right now, we're talking about TVA number 2. Ooh, hey, I guess if you guys are fans of the TVA from, the MCU, this is pretty much a book you have to read because those are those exact characters here. There's no
no, if you're a fan of Spider-Gwen, this is the book you have to read. If you're a fan of TVA, all these random what-if characters and Spider-Man characters won't be here.
Mm-hmm. Well, to be fair, Spider-Gwen here, she's just a part of this team. She's not the main focal character here. Okay, so what's really going on
here? Well, y'all
here?
on what, issue 2? We'll find out if that's true or not.
Gotcha. I mean, hey, you want to talk about MCU synergy? Look who ends up popping up here. Yeah, she was on the thumbnail. Yep, Sylvia.
Yeah, but she's in the TVA, so I expect that.
Is that really surprising, Witch, that she's popping up in this book? Again,
I hate her.
TV shows. Yeah.
I hate her. Kill her now.
So anyway, what's really going on here is that there's something is causing people to face their inner demons to the point of that killing them, right? And it's actually affecting people all across the multiverse, which is why the TVA has to form this team and they have to go investigate what's going on, what's causing all this. They're trying to trace all sources that could possibly be causing this, between technology, between magic, this and that. But ultimately, they come to the conclusion: this is a mutant, an Omega level mutant.
Oh, so it's Witch's fault.
Yep, an Omega level mutant whose powers now affect the multiverse.
So Franklin.
So beyond Omega level mutant.
Yeah. I think at this point we need to have a special dial number for the Sentinels at this point, audience. Come on. We need Sentinels to support and be on this case and put this mutant behind bars. They're not just trying to save the universe. They're not just trying to save your streets. They're going to have to save the multiverse with this. So, yeah. What do you do in that situation, audience, when you have a mutant who can affect the multiverse? Come on, what do you do? What's the moral thing? Not even a collar, Austin? Not even putting a restraint collar on them?
Even Xavier went back in time to stop a mutant from being born that could destroy the world.
I remember that, yeah. So I know it's something that not a lot of people want to put as an option, but I mean, come on, when it's this drastic, you kind of have to at that point. Sorry to whoever has that power, but like you're way too much of a loose end at this point. So yeah, I mean that's really the whole issue. They're basically uh looking for help in any resources they can. Of course, Sylvia ends up being part of this, and they do end up making a stop to the 616 universe to recruit the help from, what's his name? Damien Hellstorm, because apparently he has a book on this. And, they do drop off some mentions of characters like He Who Remained in this, because apparently he has a book of his whole library contains dark secrets filled with that have books. So they end up using recovering one of those books to help find this one specific mutant. And the issue kind of really ends with Morbius. Yeah, it looks like whatever is killing all these people across the multiverse is now affecting Morbius. Oh, sorry, it didn't affect Morbius. He actually got stabbed from behind and is now in the pool of blood.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yikes! Who's the one doing this, audience? Who
Mad respect to the backstabber. Shouts out to you, bro.
What do you got against Morbius, man?
These I love, bro. He might be a fake vampire, but after Blood Hunt, we're not taking our chances. Okay, he has to go.
Okay. Only room for one Morbius, I guess, in your book. But also speaking of book, we actually got a one-page story about what's her name, Miss Minutes. But
Yeah,
it's not Miss Minutes. This
Tara
is a
Strong.
different. Oh, okay, gotcha. This is actually Doc Clock. Who, it looks like Miss Minutes, but they are blue, and apparently they're the ones who are a doctor. And it's kind of creepy what Doc Clock is kind of implying, because you see him in an
I like
operating
how
table.
you use Sylvie as the photo and not Doc Clock, bro.
I was trying to evoke a better I thought Sylvia would be a better reaction for you guys. It got a reaction out of which, didn't it? So
Yeah, but that's the one I expected to be in the book.
Gotcha. But Doc Clock, look, his one-page story talks about like the origin of that pie. And the first panel is literally Doc Clock in an operating table. You see this one patient, he's on the bed. You see a saw blade right next to him, and you see Doc Clock, kind of talking to giving a PSA. Let me read what he actually said. He was talking about specifically the pie that they eat. You know, he's like saying many organic beings like to incorporate a nice piece of pie into their bodies, usually, but not always, through their mouths. Wait, how else are they consuming pies? Oh, wait, how else are you feeding them pies exactly? Why is this guy in an operating table, and why do you have a saw blade right next to him?
We're gonna do the South Park method of shoving it up your butt and then you poop out your mouth.
You might as well be implying that, Austin, because I'm only thinking about the darkest shit ever. You could probably that Doc Clock is implying here. But like Doc Clock is also furthering detailing that, like, hey, we have to make sure our operatives are full of nutrition. So we made it a point to find literally the best pie recipe in the whole multiverse. And if you don't like this pie, then that means there's something wrong with you. And we call that a diagnosis. So if you ever come down with this diagnosis, come on down to our office and we'll fix you up, lickety split. Look,
Is Doc Clock a male or female?
let's see. I think he was a male, but like it's kind of hard to tell. I mean, again, Doc Clock just looks exactly like
Does it
Miss
have
Minute.
lipstick?
No lipstick. He has the same
It's probably a
color.
guy.
Yeah, the same toned eyes. Yeah, the only difference is that Doc Clock is just baby blue, and he has that weird band thing a lot of doctors have in shows. They have like a
Yeah.
headband with like what looks like a mirror. I remember I was watching one YouTuber who's a doctor who likes to, critique, medical scenes in movies and shows, and even they can't understand what the heck is the point of that little headband thing. Like that serves no purpose. Doctors don't really use that. But they always have to be drawn wearing them. But yeah, That's really it for this issue, man. The plot of this story is about people being faced with their inner demons and their frightfulness. But after reading this issue, I'm now scared of pie, audience. What do you mean?
I just like
Usually
how
things are not.
the book based on the show that was about the possible end of the multiverse is talking about people are being forced to face their fears. We have to stop
Yeah.
it.
Face the fears that's resulting in their deaths, apparently. You
Yeah,
know.
that felt like someone
So.
else's problem. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, you're saying that the mutants should be the one to have to deal with this problem, Austin? Hey, this is one of their
I
people
won't
after
like it.
all. This is their people after all. So, yeah. Yeah, you think Cyclops is going to want to answer for this? No, he's too busy threatening to blow up whole nations. So, yeah. Yeah. But yeah, that's really it for this book, audience. So, I guess with that, we can move on to the next one. Hold on a sec. Austin.
It's always want to know something. Let's go. G.I. Joe #3. I'm playing Marvel Rivals on the side. Forgive me. So we have Clutch. Clutch is in the Cobra base, if I remember correctly. He's
Yes.
undercover. We don't know when he replaced a person in the last issue. It's not really
Yeah,
clear. We just know in the
I
last
thought
issue he revealed that he had took someone's place.
yeah,
Now he's
I
here.
yeah, I thought that was real clever in the last issue because we didn't get a chance to discuss issue two. But yeah, like the end scenario was that like a lot of the team was badly injured. One was confirmed dead, and the other one was confirmed missing, which they assume like that Clutch's body was just buried under the rubble of that building. But then it was revealed, oh no, he
Yeah,
actually snuck into Cobra's base, as one of their guards. Like, oh, okay, that's cool, you know. So, go ahead, Austin.
yeah, but Clutch is coming in clutch, I guess,
Hmm.
because he put himself in a very good position. He gets confronted by somebody and basically brought to the main room, but they don't. We cut to Destro, if I remember correctly. Destro, people don't remember, he's the Chrome Dome, as people
Hmm.
love to call these type of characters. But he's
Yep.
the arms dealer. But go to the next
Hmm.
photo. But basically, he's waiting on Cobra Commander to show up. And Cobra Commander first thing he walks in, a guy tries to assassinate him for Cobra Law.
Oh,
He grabs this man by the mouth and then breaks his jaw. One hand.
yeah. That was real
I
frightful,
was,
audience. Yeah, that was really frightful because like Cobra Commander comes in already saying that there's a spy here, and you're like, oh shit, did you find out about
yeah.
Clutch? Oh shoot. But luckily it turns out there was another spy who just coincidentally was there at the same time. So, but
That is
unfortunately,
really
yeah,
just kind of funny how life
yeah.
works out.
I
But
know.
I know a lot of people are used to like the joke, the Cobra Commander who's basically a joke, or the long time joke of Cobra Commander where the guy can just die and someone else that put the mask on and Joe don't know that he's been replaced or he died or anything.
Hmm.
But this Cobra Commander here, he is serious. He is no joke. He is a threat. You should be very
Hmm.
afraid if the guy shows up. That's my
Exactly.
only warning to you.
Hmm.
But yeah, he does this with one hand. The guy, and then he throws the guy into a snake pit. I was like,
Yeah.
bro, this Cobra Commander, he's a man
This
after my own heart, bro.
Nah, he just recently watched one of the seasons of Cobra Kai. That's what it was, man. The flashback with Kreese. That's where he got the
Yeah,
idea. Mm-hmm.
but it's a dope little panel. I didn't post that one up. Go to the next one.
Mm-hmm.
We cut back to the Joes, and do you remember this guy's name who isn't Duke? I forgot his name.
Yeah, let me bring it up. Hold on, a second. I have both issues in front of me. Do. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
his name is
but people don't know.
well,
I don't have this issue in hand. I was able to buy it in time. That's
I
usually
got
how I do GI Joe at least.
yeah, Austin, I got it in front of me. Okay, so his name is Guerrero La Casa, codename Risk. He joined the CIA after his time in the Air Force, and he's a cage fighter in his spare time. So yeah, that's his
I can
resume origin.
respect that to a degree.
Dude, dude, when I saw Risk come in here and I saw him in that black suit, it was almost painful to notice that this is where they wanted to bring in Snake Eyes, dude. Like, oh, come on, really? Go- But I guess they're scared of bringing in Snake Eyes apparently because they fear
They're
certain
not
people won't
scared.
want to go.
He's gonna show up in the Scarlet Book.
Oh, okay, okay. I didn't
Yeah,
know that.
he. It's every ish. I've been reading the Scarlet Book. I know I haven't talked about it in a while, but they've
Hmm.
been hinting that he's about to appear in that. So we probably won't see him in the Joe book until she joins up.
Okay, okay, and I expect them to be the one in canon, not a replacement Snake Eyes like they did for that last movie. So,
Man,
mhm,
we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that.
yep.
But
So,
Risk and Duke are fighting out. You get a really cool panel of them just Baroness and Hawk just watching them duke it out.
oh
Talking
yeah,
about just what you call team building. And he's like,
yeah,
it's better to hear it's better than to fight here and just get out the way, Because sometimes,
yeah.
some of this happens.
It's it's
Especially a
better to
dude comes
fight
in here and
here.
assaults your dead teammates and stuff, despite not knowing
Hmm.
you or them.
Hmm. It's better to fight
Uh,
here than
we
it is to fight outside in the mission. So, there you go.
yeah. So you'll be surprised.
Hmm.
Look, I know some men aren't forgiving, but it's been plenty of times where I fought someone and like after the fight's over, like, well, I guess I'll just go home or something. Like it's not a big deal after the moment passed. To be honest,
Hey, hey, that happened to my best friend from middle school, man. Hey, that's how we got to know each other, and wouldn't you know it, he asked me to be the godfather of his kid 10 years later. Funny how
10
life
years
works like that.
later.
Funny how life
Yeah,
works like
life
that,
is funny.
Austin. Yep.
The fight gets
Hmm.
stopped by Stalker, who is messed up, man. Broken
Uh,
arm, uh, body wrapped up,
and
eye wrapped up, wounds are still
and he's
bleeding.
and he's considered one of the lucky ones from this.
Yeah, lucky people say.
Yep. Yep. I
But
mean,
he
look
basically
up.
tells them, "Hey, y'all, be a man about it. Shake. Y'all been fighting for a minute. Shake hands. We need to say this energy for our enemy."
Hmm.
Um,
Yep.
what is golly, what is it? Black Hawk? Not Black Hawk. Black Hawk DC.
Baroness or Cover Girl?
Gossip Girl.
No,
Cover Girl.
Cover
That's what it
Girl.
is.
Yeah, yeah. She got
Gossip Girl is a
badly.
TV show. You should all go back in time and watch it.
Yeah. Cover Girl. She got badly burned in the arms from the lasers in the last issue. So dang. All the
You, you,
Joes are hurting
you
here,
notice
audience.
the female get to keep her face. People, I'm just saying. I just saying
But she has scars.
the man loses
So
eye, but Cover Girl gets to keep her face perfectly intact. I'm just saying.
she gets she gets burned arms, man. Come on. Like she has scarred up
Okay.
arms at this point, dude. Come on. Hmm.
I don't know. Cover Girl sound like a makeup artist. She might be fine with it. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Don't mind me. I'm just joking around.
Gotcha.
Uh, we get there. Let me see. Who is this in the car? Then I'm looking at it. Doctor Money.
Um, Yeah, his name is Doctor Venom, by the way, Austin. But before that, like the Joes do
Okay.
get a signal from Clutch, um, telling them about the location and
Oh,
whatever
I
he
actually
was able
skipped
to
past
do.
that by accident. Yeah.
Yeah, so the Joes have a lead now, and their first
I always
operation
thought of
will
this. This is
receive.
the worst signal thing I ever seen in my life, bro. It's cutting you out and everything. It looks like he's
Uh-huh.
watching on like a 60 black and white TV.
Well, he has to keep this incognito as possible, you know. So I could let that slip
Do
by.
better, Clutch. All right, do better, Clutch.
Gotcha.
But
So, all
we
right,
cut the doctor. The
Venom.
doctor. It literally says Doctor Money. This is not a vacation,
Oh, wait, no. I'm looking at this.
bro. This dude look evil.
Oh,
Like this dude, Doctor Money, Doctor Venom. Where all this guy look evil? I don't know what. I wish I
yeah.
got a
No,
picture of him instead.
yeah. Let's see. His real name is Doctor Monev, but apparently they call him Doctor Venom. But he doesn't seem to like that name at all. Oh, wait. Okay, I see what
We're
it is.
calling
It's
Doctor
because
Venom. He don't get a choice.
no. Here it is, Austin. His name is Doctor Monev, but Monev is Venom spelled backwards. Yeah. Oh, I just noticed that. Okay.
Doctor Venom.
Okay.
He's about to be killed in the car, but the
Yep.
Joes. They look like the Joes are here to save him. They
Yes.
we see Duke. He basically Duke basically stops the car, rips the door off,
Oh
and
yeah.
grabs the guy.
There you go.
Like, bro,
Straight to
how
the point.
strong is this man?
Straight to the point. He's
Fairness and
plowed by
risk are
America.
come down with by the
Hey,
motorcycles. These people
hey,
love branding. You see this?
yep. Hey, Austin. If Vin Diesel could be powered by family, Duke can be powered by America. So
Yeah. Which
Mhm.
one day you're going to join us on this trip? I hope you know that. I know you're probably
Yeah,
not listening, but you're going to join us one day and be powered by America for some review.
yeah,
We're going to find the perfect
yeah,
review of something, and you're going to be powered
yeah,
by America the whole review. I hope you know that.
yeah. I'll find that. We'll find that evil spirit that lies dormant in you, witch. Bark my words. There's an inner eagle in you, man. So, all right. Let's continue on.
But Duke and I believe that's risk. It's hard to
Right.
tell from this angle.
Oh my God. Like the rest of Duke's team comes in with parachutes and motorcycles. Like,
Yeah,
no, I
it's
mean, like,
all branded too with the GI Joe symbol and stuff. It's like, bro,
yeah.
this,
They, they drop
I
off
get
with a
I get the
motorcycle.
brand thing, but aren't y'all supposed to be a secret organization?
Hey, to be fair, Austin, those people that were trying to kill Dr. Venom, they were wearing Cobra logos underneath their suits too. So, come on.
All these
Plain.
secret organization people are bad at their job. That's all I'm telling you. Okay?
Hey, dude, by the time they look beneath your shirts, then you're already a bad agent, is what I'm seeing, Austin.
That's true.
Yep.
That's true. I'll do that.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
we see the laser. They got lasers getting shot at them, and cut to the next picture.
Do-do-do-do.
We see our newest current enemies, which is Tomax and the and Comet.
Tomax and Zomot. Yeah, the weird names.
Oh, that's an X. I thought it was a K. Zalmat,
Mhm.
the Crimson Twins. They
Yep.
have
Like,
these people will ride around with a jeep with missile launchers, and they're shooting lasers while driving.
oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't know. I feel
Okay.
like they should join our team. That feels like an American vehicle right there. That's all I'm gonna say.
This kind of reminds me of this one video game I'm playing at this one arcade center I go to every now and then, right? Where yeah, you have to drive a car just like this, and fire off your rifles as you're saving military men too. So yeah, yeah.
Um, Funny enough, this issue actually ends scripted with the Battle Beast teaser.
Hmm.
Because people don't know Battle Beast from Avengers getting his own miniseries. It ends with that. I'm like, I get it, but it felt so oddly placed. Yeah, Joe.
I'm not too familiar with Battle Beast, So that was really confusing me. Oh,
he's basically a guy from Invincible who wants to fight the strongest fighter, and he eventually does and dies.
Because as we know, the most American thing you can ever put in a comic is a lion man who beats the dog shit out of superheroes and rips them to shreds.
So. There you go.
It's anybody. If you can fight, Battle Beast is going to fight you. He's going to beat your ass. All right, that's all of it.
Yeah, it's that.
But at the bottom of the page, we see the covers for the next stuff. Well, we see the AB covers for stuff. Like some of these variant covers are actually really good. I wish I had posted one of them instead.
Oh, yeah.
But I guess I will do Scarlet next time they come out, so we can hopefully be there in time for when Snake Eyes do show up. I guess. I don't know if I'm going to review Destro again though. I'm probably just going to keep reading them all the time.
Got it. Snake Eyes deserves his own comic. Come on.
It would just be no, because then it would just be like an art book. You just wouldn't say anything.
Actually, I think
to be fair, that's fine with people. People don't mind that.
Okay. I'm not talking about the writer. Jake, the writer's gonna get a check, bro.
Jake, funny enough, I think that was actually one of his most famous comics, where there was literally no word bubbles at all.
Yeah. Well, you said famous comics, but that's his own. That's like that's his thing. Like that could only be his famous comic. Like if he talked, that would be a problem.
hey, Jake, if we
usually other people in there talking, but the comic he's talking about, there's no words at all. The whole book, like no one talks.
Oh. Okay.
Yep. Hey Jake, remember Tom King did that in his Batman run, so we could do that with Snake Eyes. Come on, dude.
No, but Batman's not known for that. Okay,
Mad Max and Hawkeye did it with a dog. The whole issue. Okay.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. Now we're talking.
Hey, didn't you have to play as a deaf girl in one of the Spider-Man games too? Right.
I think everyone but
we don't talk about that. That mission was terrible.
I think everyone but me hated that mission. I was like, I was there.
It's not a bad mission. It just feels like, bro, I could be Spider-Man right now. That's the problem.
It's about getting to know the people in his friendly neighborhood.
I don't care about the people in the neighborhood, bro.
I thought games were supposed to be about escapism, Jake. Come on, you know?
Yes, and you're escaping to another neighborhood.
No, it's fine. It's just in Spider-Man, they spent so much time trying to make you care about these random side people that Miles don't talk to besides the deaf girl. But it's like, bro, I don't care about this guy trying to ask the girl to the prom. You don't ask Spider-Man to help you set this up.
Sir, it was a guy asking a guy to a prom. All right.
Wait, that actually happened? What?
There's a mission where a guy asks
basically
Spider-Man
a dude wants to use the time tron to ask someone to the prom, and electrical problems are going on. So he has Spider-Man to fix it, and you have to fix like 7 other things. That basically goes on for 30 minutes.
Yes.
You know, I would think Spider-Man will be out stopping burglars from, robbing ladies.
No, but see, that's what you think. But he's the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Okay, he does other stuff. Okay.
I don't know if this is a great use.
That was Peter's supposed to be. Miles is supposed to be the ultimate Spider-Man. That's the problem.
Listen, he's not the ultimate until he beats up Venom and solos the universe or whatever. But until then, he's where Peter started.
Hey, so why couldn't you let Mary Jane do that since she's already going mission cognito or whatever? Or
because then you won't want to play as Mary Jane, even though she turns into John Wick in this fucking game. But
her with a gun is better than Peter and them fighting symbiotes. I'm telling you that right now.
Gotcha. But nah, I seriously, I would really like to see a writer try and work with Snake Eyes, try to do that whole no word bubble thing in a Snake Eyes one shot, So they still have to write Jake. They still have to write a script for that book, that, even though there's not going to be any words, right?
Yeah. Well,
the script. Snake Eyes looks left. He looks right. He walks forward. Yeah. He steps with it.
And plus, hey. This is a great exercise for the artist, Let them exercise their creativity.
I get more page real estate.
Yeah, yeah. You won't be covering their artwork there. So, yeah. So, yeah. All right, go Joes, audience, go Joes. Which will one day find that inner eagle of yours one of these days.
Find what?
Can we talk
that inner American eagle? Yeah.
Which
Okay.
we're gonna find a book or the movie that stirs the American spirit in you, and you are
Which
gonna
is-
do the American review
You know
on
when the
that day.
American,
I hope
you
you
know
know
when
that.
that will happen? You know when that will
What?
happen? When every single Nazi is dead. There you go. Will that make you feel better, Kristen?
Yeah, no, I just want Witch's heart to grow, American heart to grow 3 sizes that day. And just
Every single Nazi in existence is dead and eradicated.
There we go. But hey, guys, that was our episode.
Can
We'll
we
see you
talk
next
about?
week.
Wait. But wait, just today though. Besides besides Cryptid jinxing us, we still made it under 12 points.
It's true. And
we
just
did
so
almost
you guys,
make it under hours.
my headphones are dying, so I gotta wrap it up. But just so you guys know, on Sunday, maybe
That's a
we'll be
big
talking about
problem.
Captain America 4. So because that's out this week. So
Oh,
Yeah.
yay. All right.
yeah.
They cut
So
Patriot for no fucking reason.
we gotta get out of here, or I can't end the stream. So we're gonna go. Bye.